Hello students. Our today's topic is Story of the Earth. Today we are going to see how this earth was made the way it is now. It was not like this earlier. So let's begin. First of all, let me share some important information with you. Around 4.6 Arab years ago, Earth was just a rotating ball of hot gases. It was all red. It was not like this. Slowly, it converted into molten matter. It cooled down, thoda thoda thandi ho gayi, and it was looking like something molten, piggly see. And then when it cooled more, then it hardened. थोड़ा थोड़ा हार्ड होनी शुरू हो गई और ठंडी होने के बाद एंड आफ्टर दैट जब ये बहुत ज़्यादा ठंडी हो गई देन देयर वाज अ लेयर दैट गॉट डिपॉजिटेड ऑन इट एक पूरी ऊपर एक लेयर बन गई और उस लेयर से फाइनली बने हमारे कॉन्टिनेंट्स और ओशंस. Let us see some more information. Now see. Can you see the green part? The big green part? And the big blue part? So, this big green part was a big land piece, huge land mass. It used to be called Pangaea. And the blue portion, the whole of the water was together. It used to be called Pathalasa. So, Pangaea was a huge land mass all together. All the continents were together at that time. There was only one big land piece, and all the water was together, and that all the water, the big water body used to be called Pethlasa. So, how was this earth formed from Pangaea to continents and oceans? Let's see. See the first picture? You will find that all the continents are connected. Earlier the earth was like this. सभी एक साथ जुड़े हुए थे. Then what happened? It converted like this. धीरे धीरे ठंडा होके टूटना शुरू हो गया. The pieces started breaking and some big pieces got broken and they drifted apart. दूर दूर जाने लगे. And then they became like this, like the earth we see now. And water came in between. और पानी बीच बीच में आ गया क्योंकि लैंड दूर दूर जा रही थी तो पानी बीच बीच में आ गया. तो जो बड़ी बड़ी लैंड पीसेस थे दे यूज टू बी कॉल्ड कॉन्टिनेंट्स और जो छोटे छोटे लैंड पीस जो बीच में पानी बच गया था वो हो गया ओशंस. Now let's see some interesting story about the Himalayas. Do you know what are Himalayas? Himalayas are the big mountains that are on the north side of our country India. So these Himalayas are lying over here. Can you see in the map? So around 18 crore years ago when Pangaea started breaking into pieces, then India, the portion of India that was struck somewhere else between Africa, Antarctica, Australia, it started drifting towards Asia, the Asian continent. And when it started drifting towards the Asian continent, it suddenly hit Asia. Very, it struck very hard. Now see, when they struck very hard, they collided very hard together, India and Asia. Due to their collision, उनके टकराने से what happened? The land between them began to rise up like this. Can you see? The land from both the sides, they collided and the land in between, it rose up. And this is how the high Himalayas were formed. So let's now see how our continents and oceans were formed. Let's revise. Earlier it was a big land piece. Look at the first picture. And a big water body. The big land piece was called Pangaea and the big water body was called Panthalassa. Then look at the second picture. Slowly it started breaking up and then slowly they took their shape of the continents and slowly they drifted more, and in the last picture we can see the earth right now, like it is right now. So these continents kept drifting apart from each other till they reached like this. But it is believed that the continents are still drifting apart, and the water that was between them, that became the different oceans. Now you have to do these worksheets. Around dash years ago, Earth was rotating ball of hot gases. I told you in the video, you have to learn it. Earth slowly cooled down and turned into molten dash. Due to the deposition of a layer on the Earth, dash and dash were formed. Around dash years ago, Pangaea started to break into pieces. Even now, the dash are drifting slowly. I told you. Now also it is believed that they are drifting apart. What are those that are drifting apart? You have to listen to the video again if you do not remember. Now we come to the worksheet 2. We have to answer 3 questions. How were the continents and oceans formed? How were the Himalayas born? I told you in the story. Name the only continent and the only ocean that existed lakhs of years ago. Okay, kids, let's do an activity now. This activity says make your own Pangaea. This is our step 1. You have to take a green sheet and make a design like this, and then you will have to cut them in your step 2. Can you see how I have done it? Just draw them on a green sheet. Look from the video, draw on a green sheet and cut those pieces. If you do not have these green sheets in this lockdown period, no issue. Take any white paper, draw, color it into green and then draw and then cut. Okay? So, our step 3 says take a blue paper and adjust all the green sheets on the blue paper like this. And in the last step, you have to mix these papers together, make a collage of them like this so that they look like the old time Pangaea, and all the blue portion outside is your Panthalassa. So now you have your own Pangaea and your own Panthalassa with you. Same thing, if you do not have any blue or green paper, just take white papers, color them and paste them like this. So kids, just be safe, and like I have told you, this earth has been made years and years ago, and now we live in this earth and we have to save it, make it green, plant more trees, take care of yourself. Thank you. Bye bye.